Did I mean to bother you at the wrong time?
No.
Okay.
You're not bothering me at the wrong time. I just don't like to hear that.
You don't like that. This morning, the boy and I had a little discussion.
About?
Well, same usual thing. He wanted to go to his cousin's and he wanted to go there to eat some lunch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I said to him, I said, okay, well, that's fine. If you just want to go to your cousin, eat lunch, and come back, is that okay with you? And he's paused for a minute. And I said, well, why don't you ask the real question why you wanted to go to your cousin's, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we, of course, as always, I always change the subject around.
Of course.
I should ask him, said, you know, you should have the real question is, why don't we have an Xbox or a PlayStation? It goes back to that again, right?
This morning again?
You know, every morning.
Holy crap.
No, but I brought it up. He
Well,
said he
you
wanted
did
to go to
that.
his cousin, but I brought it up as to why doesn't he ask the right question? And we went on a long discussion about everything else.
Are you getting to the point?
I'm getting to the point.
Yes.
The point is, you know how we have a point system? Well, you kind of understand that we have a point system.
Uh-huh.
So if they earn points, they get, you know, it was $100 or something like that if they earn point or lose point.
Yeah.
I can't remember the full detail.
Mm-hmm.
Then would you agree with me then? If he wants the Xbox or the PlayStation so bad, we will start a point system with him.
I'm not open to having this contraption in our house.
You didn't hear me out.
Okay.
Each point that he earns
Uh-huh.
is $1 earns towards his either PlayStation or Xbox. It doesn't really matter which it is.
Mm-hmm.
So each point that he gets, he will go towards his console.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he's ever gonna get a console?
Not over my dead body.
No.
It's not coming into this house.
No. But do you understand what I'm trying to point out to you? Let's say the Xbox is what, $299 or something like that. Well, let's round it off to about $300. Do you know how long it would take our boy to accumulate 300 points? Don't forget,
You're basically putting him on a
a challenge.
no, a path says you're never gonna make it, boy.
No, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
You and I know it. That's
Yes,
fair enough.
we know it, but he doesn't know
But that's
that.
mean.
It's not mean.
It's
You know
not
what?
attainable.
He
It's
might,
not attainable.
How do you know? He might surprise you and me.
Perhaps, but then we'll be stuck with it. I don't want the
But
contraption in the house.
that's you know what? If he earns that, then if he works up to that point and he earns it, I think he deserves to have that, and he can have it in his room. Of course, we'll have
in
limits.
his room.
Okay, fine. But of course, we'll have to set limits as always, right? We'll have to set limit in a reasonable doubt. Today alone, he probably lost about 20 points.
Do we even have to talk about this if we know we're not going to be heading that way?
But it gives him hope.
That's wrong.
It's not wrong.
That's false hope.
It's not false hope.
It is too.
How can you say it's false hope? It's not.
Because-
Okay, is it attainable? Is it attainable?
In which lifespan?
So you're doubting our son?
I'm not doubting our son. I'm just saying perhaps the step that you're wanting him to take
But
is
I'm gonna.
a little bit
No, I'm
oversized.
going to encourage him. I'm not gonna put negative thoughts to him so that he wouldn't get it. I would encourage him every step of the way so that he would earn something for something. So it's something attainable for him. Right? And if he is able to attain that, and I would say that, yeah, he deserves to have that. Which, that's what I'm asking if you agree with me on that or not.
Can you not aim for something else?
Like what?
Like instead of those things that we know are gonna end up having super violent movie of like games on, which you and I both know it's the worst thing possible ever for him.
This is a challenge. He needs
you're,
gold.
You're skirting around the subject.
No, he needs gold.
You're still skirting around the subject.
So then you're okay with him going to his cousins once in a while and
I'm
play.
not okay.
But he does. He
Why?
still goes. You let him go there sometimes without noticing, and you know what? He'll wear you down. After a while,
yeah, he does wear me down.
he'll wear you
At one
down,
point in time,
and
like,
that's what kids are good for. Kids will just wear you down, and you know how you are. You're like, after about 10 minutes, it's like, okay, kids, just go.
I am...
So it's a win. Is it a win or a lose? Either way, he's gonna wear you down, and he's gonna beat.
Why are you doing this to me?
Kids are gonna beat you.
Why are you doing this
I'm
to
not
me?
doing this to you.
Because
This is.
your way is still gonna happen, so what's the point of us discussing it?
What do you mean my way? I'm asking you if you agree with me or not. That's what I'm asking you. If you don't agree, then we'll just drop the subject, and he'll have to find something else. It's attainable.
Why does it have to be?
But that's what he wants. This is what he wants. You know how you are when you're a kid, or how you are as an adult. If you really, really want something for it, you
Get
have
that
to.
thing out of my face.
You have to attain. You have to try to attain it.
Look, we try to attain things without having had a carrot in front of our nose. That's how we were. That's how my brother and I were raised. You had to work your off or whatever it is that you get, like figure skating. I walk myself to the arena every morning. Every morning, my parents never lifted a finger for that.
But it's
I
something
had
you
to
enjoy.
work, but I had to work for it. It had to come from me. If everything was given to me on a silver platter, I would not be as far gone as I am today. I would not have pushed through to go to university, all that stuff. I would not have become a teacher. But had it been always given to me, like, here, have a little carrot at the end of the stick, and let's see. But what happens when the carrot is gone? What happens? Right now, it's a video game. Next thing you'll know, let's extrapolate, it'll be a car.
Isn't that the whole point for us? Everybody, mostly people who live in society, to attain stuff.
Yeah, but you've got to put your guts into it. You've got to work for it. You can't just pretend, oh, mom and dad are going to provide that for me. Come on. What little effort each time we ask them to pick up their rooms. It's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, I have too much clothes. Pick up your clothes. We're not maids. My mom and dad didn't pick up after me. I had to pick up after myself. That's the way we were raised. That's the way our kids should know how to be able to fend for themselves in the real world when they're going to be out there. If they don't even know, as I should point out to you, how to do your own dishes when I first met you. I mean, come on. You had to learn like boom, boom, boom. They have to practice learning that skill. Now you're saying, well, if he follows the point system, he's going to end up with like Game Boy, whatever it is that kids are into these days. What is he learning from that? What is he gaining from that? Just more time in front of the computer, becoming a couch potato and not doing anything. Totally not helping him with his ADHD. That's the kind of thing that is not for him. He needs to be physical.
You're missing the point.
Now, if you said, hey, Nicola, would you like to sign up for hockey? Like, he would probably just jump at your throat.
You're missing the point. The point is, when he has to do chores, that's part of his chore duties.
It's chore duties.
Right.
It's part of what being part of a family is. Everybody helps one another.
But the point system is totally different. The point system is to help him focus a bit more, for once, right?
Okay, what's the goal of the point system? Focus?
No, the goal. Okay, the goal of the point system is so that he can earn himself a PlayStation or an Xbox.
Why?
Because that's what he really wants. And you and I are not going to go out and buy him one, obviously.
What's your goal behind that?
My
you
goal.
must have a plan behind your plan.
And that's what I said to you. My goal is to basically help him focus on the task, what he's doing, so he can earn points. If he doesn't focus on the task that he's doing, then he loses points.
Okay, again.
That's one.
It's a carrot in front of the horse approach. Why?
Incentives. That's
Incentives to do other things than his chores. Please enlighten me.
okay. Let's say, for instance, you and I would work, and we would work for free as volunteer.
No, that's not the way it works.
Why doesn't it work that way?
TJ, we work and we get paid for it. That is not an incentive. That's part of work. An incentive is, I'll give you a bonus if you do such amount of hours more. That's an incentive. Or you'll get a free trip at the end of the school year, or the end of the year, if you manage to bring in such amount of commission in.
You're talking about bonuses.
Yeah, well, commissions, whatever it is that, like other people.
But we're talking about
kids don't need that.
They need incentives.
Kids need to know that they're loved, they're cherished, and that we believe in them. That is it. They don't need to have a little carrot in front of them to tell them how to go about life. If that's the case, we might as well hold their hands until they're 99 years old, and we'll probably have foot in the grave. Like, come on. You've said to me constantly, cut the umbilical cord in regards to our son. I'm not getting at all what you're saying. What I'm hearing from you is, let's hold on to them. Let's guide them a little further by holding a freaking carrot in front of their face. They don't need that. We actually should gear them away from that thinking and let them work and learning and feeling proud of themselves for achieving something that they had to overcome. Instead of saying, here, I'll give you a chocolate bar. You managed to pedal your bike on your own. Kids will become greedy. They'll want more and more and more instead of appreciating what they've been given. You're the one who pointed out how unappreciative our kids were. And you've noticed with Nicola talking yesterday, he noticed that other people are being unappreciative. And he tried to point it out in his very clumsy way, but he did. Right? He notices it. He knows it. Now, if you come around and say, I'll give you a point system for you to get a PlayStation, you're feeding that side of the unappreciative. He's not like, and what's going to happen once he has it? He's going to take it, break it? Like, oh, I don't care anymore. I'm not interested in that anymore. Let's go get the motocross instead. Come on.
Let me try this experiment with him.
You've tried many times, many experiments with them. Money. You had, like, if you read so many books, I'll give you money.
Point system. It's not money, it's